AP Proctor and Hall Monitor Training. Exam security. All students should have the same opportunity to succeed on AP exams. Therefore, the AP program maintains strict test administration and test security procedures to prevent any testing incidents or improper conduct that will disrupt the test administration or give any student an unfair advantage. Exam security. Discussion of the exam content. No one other than the students, as they are taking the exam, is allowed access to the multiple choice section at any time. Students must seal the multiple choice booklets at the end of the administration and are not permitted to share information. If a student posts to any form of social media during the exam or refers to an unreleased exam content at any time after the exam, the student's scores will be canceled. Examples of misconduct. An AP teacher interviews students after the exam to gather information about specific multiple choice questions. A student takes an exam on a day or a time when it is not supposed to be administered. A student is observed with electronic equipment. A student uses his or her cell phone during the exam. Proctor duties. Proctor duties before the exam. Pick up testing materials from testing office by 8:15 a.m. Place exam signs in the classroom and on the door. Make the seating chart visible to students. Place student label sheet on assigned desk. Students cannot choose desks. If there are any issues, please notify Ms. Nava or Ms. Rodriguez before making any changes. Pass out necessary materials. Do not open the shrink wrap. Students will be told to do so in the instructions. Before the exam. Seating chart. The seating chart will be completed for you. Place student answer sheets according to this seating chart. Cross out any students who are absent after the exam begins. Sign and date to confirm attendance at the bottom. AP label sheets will be passed out and placed on the desks before students come in and pick up after each exam with the rest of the materials. Materials to be passed out. Student answer sheet, number 2 pencil, and a pen with blue or black ink. No other items are allowed to be with the student. Everything else must be put away. Students can borrow an eraser from you if needed. Hand sanitizer must be kept under the desk, and sharing is not allowed. Testing signs. Make sure the testing signs are posted on the door and posted in the class. Proctor duties during the exam. Begin reading the script at 8:30 a.m. for morning exams and at 12:30 p.m. for afternoon exams. Actively monitor students by walking around. Carefully monitor the time for each section of the exam. Do not use any electronic devices, as it will void our students' exams. Do not leave exams unattended. Late students. AP testing late policy according to College Board. If a student arrives to the exam room late but before the other exam takers have finished filling out identification information on the answer sheets, and the school considers the cause of the student's late arrival to be beyond the student's control, then the school may admit and test the student. After the exam, you should sit with the student to supervise the completion of any outstanding identification fields on the answer sheet. Schools are not required to admit or test latecomers. Answer sheet. The instructions will guide students through answering the following: the first name, last name, and middle initial, AP ID, date of birth, the Connect to Colleges and Scholarships, multiple choice booklet serial number, the date, start time, certification statement, the AP exam they will be taking, and one label from the sheet and one label from the exam book. The following is an example of the items that will need to be completed. Breaks. Most exams have a 10-minute break scheduled in between sections. Please remember the following. The exam room must remain supervised. All exam materials must remain in the room during the break. Students cannot look at resources or talk to others. Students are not permitted to use devices that can access the internet. Students may have a drink or snack at this time. Students may not leave the designated area without permission. Hall monitors must monitor the bathrooms and make sure that students return to the assigned seats after the break. Free responses. The second half of the exam consists of free response essays, problems, and/or spoken responses. The free response section may have an additional orange booklet that contains the exam questions. The written responses must be written in the free response booklet, not in the orange booklet. Extra paper. Students may use extra paper to continue their response if they run out of space. Students should write their exam name, quiz number, and AP ID at the top. Extra paper is not allowed for notes or drafts. After the exam, have students staple the extra sheets to the first page corresponding to that question in their free response exam booklets. Students are not permitted to keep extra paper that is provided during the exam. Proctor duties after the exam. Pick up the exams the same way that you passed them out. Make sure students seal their exams. Release all students at once when all materials are accounted for. Return materials to the testing office. If you have questions, please contact Ms. Angela Rodriguez at 956-789-3172.